Now we have to talk about what he did to Janet Jackson, because Justin Timberlake undeniably did Janet very dirty. The report writes that Britney was not the only person whose career was ruined by Justin Timberlake. In 2004, Justin played at the Super Bowl with Janet Jackson. While performing, Justin ripped off part of Janet's costume, but then ripped off the wrong part, revealing her bare breast on national television. I actually remember being a really little kid at my parents' home, like their old home, like home before home, and I remember like this happening and everyone freaking out, like running to the TV. So it definitely was a shocking moment, but get over it, people. I mean, it's just a boobie. But according to Janet Jackson, this move was planned, but Justin Timberlake accidentally ripped off more fabric than intended. As a result of this incident, CBS was fined $500,000. The country was in a uproar and Janet Jackson took the blame. In addition to her public apology, her music was blacklisted by Viacom from their radio stations, and her music videos were blacklisted from their networks. Her next album flopped because she couldn't promote it. She also was banned from the Grammys as well. So she got like so much professional backlash for this moment that she didn't really have control over. As you can see, Justin and Janet are on stage and he reached across her chest and ripped off a section of her like bra that was supposed to stay there. It's a wardrobe malfunction. It happens all the time, but back in 2004, people were not cool with it. Janet lost her record label deal, movie deals, and sponsors. So you'd think that maybe Justin would get some backlash because he's the one who did this to her. I mean, they could have completely avoided it and just like stood there standing. He didn't have to do that, so why isn't he in trouble? Well, Justin got zero blame and zero consequences for what he did to Janet. His career went unscathed throughout all of this. His music wasn't blacklisted. He was able to attend the Grammys and perform at them and even won an award. He was also asked back to the 2018 Super Bowl when Janet hasn't been asked back since. So she really just like went downhill after this moment, and she's spoken to people like Oprah about what this moment meant to her and probably how hard it is to watch Justin just go on and thrive after he participated in the same thing.
The FCC received more than 500,000 complaints about that broadcast. CBS was fined $550,000, and then the NFL was asked to refund the $10 million that they had been given to the halftime show sponsor. So Janet says that this is going to be the first and the last time that she ever talks about what happened that day.
Janet Jackson comes from a super famous family. We all know this. So it's probably really hard for her to stomach that she could have lost her career when she comes from such a dynasty and so many like powerhouses. So to kind of like lose your footing in the industry and have no one to stand up for you. I mean, she's run off to Oprah to go and share her side.
Okay.
Very embarrassing moment.
It was a very embarrassing moment.
Yes.
Well, 24 hours after that Super Bowl, Janet issued an apology. And I had read in another magazine that you regret making that apology. Is that true? Why?
It was an accident. And management that I had at the time, they thought it was important that I did. You know, with the project coming out. And I had said, actually, before I sat down to record the apology, that I had said to them,
what are you apologizing for?
Yeah, why am I apologizing?
I think it's interesting, too, that Janet was sitting here asking, like, what am I apologizing for? Because really, it was Justin who did this. Like, yeah, she was exposed, but she didn't. If she had done it herself, maybe a different story. But, I mean, if they were to apologize, I think they would do it together. I mean, I feel like that would have done this whole situation so much better if Justin stood by her side.
Do you think in any way that Justin Timberlake left you hanging out there?
All the emphasis was put on me, not on Justin. And we were friends. Certain things were said, supposedly, or that he had said during that whole fiasco, kind of leaving you out there hanging.
So you do feel that he left you hanging?
To a certain degree, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much Justin took off all the blame and he put it on to Janet. And I wish she was a little harder on him because it seems like he's in such a power position here that she's kind of like scared to say the truth and to drag him, even though she is justified to do so. In recent years, Justin's past behavior has been re-examined. People have realized how douchey JT's alleged past actions were, and the way he has allegedly treated women in the past is coming back to bite him. What I can say is what goes around comes around. In 2021, the documentary Framing Britney Spears came out, which started the conversation around Justin's role role in Britney's downfall. People were infuriated, demanding that Justin apologize to both Britney and Janet for his role in their downfalls. Justin did end up releasing an apology to both Britney and Janet, but it was a little too late. It was a nice apology, I'll give him that. But again, way too late. Justin said, "I understand that I fell short in these moments and in many others and benefited from a system that condones misogyny and racism. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson. Because of my ignorance, I didn't recognize it for all that it was while it was happening in my own life. But I do not want to benefit from others being pulled down again." Okay, I mean, that would be grown up if that was true. The apology was a nice little PR move to placate the rapid stands that were calling out Justin for his misogyny, but not enough to fix the damage that has been done to Britney and Janet's career after their relationships and interactions with Justin. The only public pressure Justin faced was at the hands of fans who demanded respect for Britney and Janet. For the most part, I find celebrity apologies to be disingenuous because it seems like they are mostly done to save face as online warriors wait with their pitchforks. Keep in mind, it took him about 20 years to publicly apologize for behavior that he and his team of publicists and managers played into for decades. The reputational downfall of Janet and Britney only made his star shine brighter. Even accusations that he cheated on his now wife and actress, Jessica Biel, in 2019 haven't quite dimmed it. So let's talk about Jessica Biel and what Justin Timberlake has been accused of. Now, Justin was caught holding hands with his co-star Alicia Wainwright while Jessica Biel was pregnant with their second child. Sounds like a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. The pair were snapped around midnight. Oh, nothing good happens at midnight. Chatting and drinking in a bar in New Orleans while on break from filming in a movie. In this movie, they are playing lovers, which I've always told you guys, if I was dating an actor, I would be on set. I'd be filming my videos in their trailer, because those love stories, something about them acting tends to play into real life. Sources claim that Justin appeared to have been drinking heavily and was unsteady on his feet, but onlookers were still shocked to see him holding hands with Alicia. Keep in mind, he's been married to Jessica for 7 years and they have a son together, and she's pregnant with their second child. So Justin out here getting drunk, holding hands with his attractive co-star, definitely not a great look for a wholesome, father and husband. And up until this point, Jessica and Justin seemed really unstoppable. Justin has posted an emotional apology about the picture, saying it was a strong lapse in judgment. He wrote, "I stay away from gossip as much as I can, but for my family, I feel like it's important to address the recent rumors that are hurting the people I love." He continued, "A few weeks ago, I displayed a strong lapse in judgment, but let me be clear, nothing happened between me and my co-star. I drank way too much that night and I regret my behavior. This is not the example I want to set for my son. I apologize to my amazing wife and family for putting them through an embarrassing situation." Good thing he apologized. I'm sure Jessica was, requiring that. I would too. But yeah, a little bit, interesting to see. I mean, Britney accused him of cheating a bunch, so I think once a cheater, always a cheater. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.